The word of the day is prefer. Prefer. Wait a minute. Let me see if we can see it. Sun's coming up over the hill. Yeah, out here in country land here in Florida. The word of the day is prefer. Prefer. Oh, in Western civilization, we love prefer because we've got options, and I prefer one thing over the other. Oh, we love prefer. But in New Testament Christianity, to prefer one another, Romans chapter 12. And the word prefer actually means to show deference. To let someone else, this is what it says in the definition, to lead the way, meaning you're going to let someone else lead the way. It's not going to be all about you in the direction you want to go. You let someone else go ahead and lead the way. And it's shown there in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, when the Apostle Paul said, only let 2 or 3 prophets speak. Everybody else, listen. He had to put a safeguard in the New Testament expression of gifts of the Holy Spirit in the book of Corinth, because there was a bunch of prophets there. There were a bunch of speakers there. There were a bunch that were gifted. They were incredibly gifted. And they all wanted to flash their gift. They all wanted to operate. They all wanted to function and operate in their gift. And the Apostle Paul says you're running each other over. You're running one another over with your gift. If you're someone who is in gear, your gift is in gear, you can go ahead and just run someone else over with it. When you prefer one another, you show deference and you let the other person go ahead and lead the way. The Apostle Paul is even that much more specific. He says if you're speaking, but then someone else starts to speak, the first person should sit down and listen. Show deference. Let someone else lead the way in their gift. If everybody has that understanding about others, there you go. My wife, I remember my honey would go ahead and tell our kids know, would get at it, whatever, fighting or arguing. And it started when they were like 2 and 4, and then 3 and 5, and because they're 2 years apart. And my wife would, listen, you need to learn how to prefer one another. You're going to have to learn how to learn to prefer one another. Show deference. Let someone else go ahead and play with that toy. Let someone else go ahead and want to watch their particular program. If everyone has that understanding and functions in it, you're showing deference, you're preferring one another. Don't let your gift be in gear that you go ahead and just run people over with it. Show some deference and let others lead the way. It's the ability to properly prefer one another. The word of the day is prefer.